Hello, families. Welcome back to the channel. For those that see me for the first time, hello. I'm Fami Julie, and on this channel, we talk about agriculture business, investments, and strategies to grow wealth in agriculture. So do well to check out other videos on my channel. I promise you one thing, you definitely get value. Today's video is for those that are in diaspora. If you are abroad, you're looking to invest in Nigeria, you're looking to grow your portfolio in the agricultural sector, I've brought this video for you. Now, this video is an updated version in 2025, and I've talked about different things over the years, but we keep learning, and the more I learn, the more I see opportunities, I bring it to you here. So, this investment I'm going to be telling you to put your money into as something that is going to yield more money for you over the years, and it will give you peace of mind. And over the years, I've talked about you investing in farming, do coconuts, do cucumber, do this, do that, do this. But to be very honest, we have one issue in the agricultural niche right now, especially farming, and that is getting farm workers and getting capable hands to help us run our farming business. If you're not available, it is hard, and that is why I'm bringing this to you on the channel. So do well to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you find the video useful. All right, let's dive into the video in proper. The very first aspect I'm going to advise you to invest in is in farmlands. Get as much farmlands as you can get. Many, buy them. Go to rural areas, buy farmlands. Now, I think I've talked about this over and over in some of my videos. It's not about you just buying the land. Okay, don't just buy it and keep. Buy it and lease out to farmers. Now, this is how it works. For those that have not seen the other videos, this is how it works. Once you buy your land, it's your own. You can fence it, you can anyhow you want it. You can fence it, that's not compulsory. Buy it, lease it out to farmers. Now, the farmer will cultivate whatever he likes on it. Okay, here's how you will make your money. You can give it to them for free, or you can lease it out for a token. But in my own suggestion, my own opinion, I'm going to say give it to them for free on this condition. Whatever they cultivate on it, you are going to have a portion. Let me tell you something. This aspect that I'm talking about is what has been giving me side money even without cultivating. Okay, that's why you see me. I'm telling you, I have pepper for sale. I have this thing for sale. They've cultivated, and let me tell you, these people make profits if you are not involved. There's something I want to say, but I don't know how to put it. If you give them money to cultivate maybe pepper for you, the return they are going to give you will not be up to the return that if they cultivate it themselves. Do you see it? Because they know that this money is my money. Do you understand? So what I do is give them the land. They will divide that portion into 2 or 3 or 4. If they divide it into 4, you take 2, they will take 2, or you take 1. There's a way we used to do it. Sometimes we say divide it into 3. You can even, another thing you need to know about this aspect is don't tell them to sell it for you. I learned that one the hard way. I used to say, oh yeah, because I'm not available, go and sell it and give me my money. Now, once it's ready and it's time for us to share, if I'm not around, I'll send somebody there. Once they share my portion, I have already called the market that is going to buy it. Take it there, they will send me my money. So that's another thing you need to know. Sell it yourself. Don't tell them to help you to sell it. If not, you will also make money from it. So that's one aspect that you can invest and you have peace of mind. Okay, buy farmland. The farmland is your own. It's not going anywhere. Any day you decide now that you are coming back maybe to cultivate, you are the owner of the land. But pending the time that you are not available to cultivate, you are still making money from farming. Do you understand? So that is one aspect I'm going to advise you if you're in diaspora looking to invest in agriculture or build your portfolio. That's the first way to go. The next way to go is to do feed mill or processing mill. If I say feed mill, I think I'll be saying in one niche. Processing mill. It can now be feed mill, oil mill. Let me tell you the one that is raining now. The one that is raining now is palm oil mill. We don't have enough. In my farm location, I can only count 4. But we have palm trees in Ibadan. We have palm trees in Ibadan. And we only have 4 mills that is processing in Ibadan that I know of. So do mills, rent it out to them. Okay, I talked about the bulldozer stuff, the tractor stuff that they did in my farm location. If you're thinking of the servicing, the person See, once they know that they are making money from it, let them just be sending you a token. To you is a token, but you know that when you come back, you will take charge of whatever you own. So there's one man that I know, he just set up a mill after my farm location. He's going to Sarah for side. That's where he set up the mill. He's not around. The man is not around. He's not in the country at all. What he did was, for every processing that they did, if they like, they should do 50 gallon. They are going to send him 50,000 naira for every processing that they did. 50,000 naira. He just installed CCTV there, and that is all. Do you know what these people that he left in charge are doing? They will now make sure that they collect bulk orders. That one does not concern the man. As long as that machine runs that day, you send him 50,000 naira. So you have to just do as if they are they are the one doing you a favor, not the other way. If you make it look as if you are the one doing them a favor, people will, professor, they want to how to say soileni. So I don't know the English of soileni, something like that. So just let it be the other way, as if they are the one doing you a favor. 50,000. To them is, they maybe they process 150,000 or 200,000 on the farm and they send you 50,000. To them is, Isha, let me just give you 50,000. But if you now insist on, for every processing that you people do, give me 10 gallon, do you understand that kind of a thing? You will not have people that will use your meal, and the people that are there, they will not even, you will not see shingbai to give you. There are histories and stories I want to talk about, but I don't want to make this video long. But I just hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And if you don't, please just ask me the question in the comments section. Okay. So I've said number one is to get farmlands and lease it to farmers. The second one is to do processing mill, oil mill, feed mill. Another one you need to look into is feed mill, feed production. Don't plant maize. You are not available to monitor maize. Put all these things in place. We that are here that are planting maize, we know that we have where to go and process. See, machineries are expensive. Shebi is smoking oven I bought that I know how expensive it is. Now imagine you invest your money. And the thing about machinery is, once you buy it, you've gotten it. It is your own for life. Do you understand? So invest in them and try to get someone that can manage it well for you. And I've given you the strategy to use. Okay. The next one is the rentage of agricultural equipment, machineries. The way you have your feed mill, the way you have your oil processing mill, rent it out to them. Okay. Another thing I want us to look into as an investor is machineries, plow, planter, sprayers. If you have this thing in Nigeria, if you have it, farmers are willing to pay a token to lease it to use. Imagine having 100 farmers coming to lease this thing every single day, how much you'll be making. So there's one guy that does fabricated machineries. I'm trying to speak with him, just that I don't want to do many things. I already have a business I'm trying to float. So doing many things is not working. But we got a planter recently. I'll ask the guy to do a video and send to me. We got a planter recently. It was fabricated here. Though it's very small, it's not doing the work I want it to do. There's one that said it comes from China. Hopefully, when the man help us to send the one from China, we can look at it and fabricate it here as well. But if you have opportunity to import all these things from China or from anywhere, lease it out to farmers. We need, now that it's difficult for us to get farm workers, farm money. These are the things we use to make work easier for us. And now it's kind of more profitable than even hiring farm workers, because at the end of the year now you settle for a Bajaj now is like 1 point something million. If you have two workers, you're settling them 2 point something million. How much are you making as profit that you let go of that one to workers? So if you have these machineries, they are yours for life. Okay, so this is another aspect that you should look into. The next aspect that you should look into, and the last one I want to talk about, are together. They are inside each other. So the next one I want to talk about is agro processing and packaging, and the last one I want to talk about is exporting. Let me bring Smoky Bite into it. You can never go wrong with agro processing and packaging. When I decided to launch this, I made research, I made inquiries, like not in Nigeria, like outside the country, to see what farmers there are doing. And that's, we can see that even they are packaging. For every grape that we eat here, it does not just come on the floor. They packaged it. And once something is packaged, it's more money. For every strawberry that we eat, it is packaged. And this comes from outside the country. So why can't we, the ones that we have in Nigeria, why can't we package? See, I will keep preaching it. Value addition is the way to go in agriculture if you want to make money. Value addition is the way to go. We cannot overlook it. And you can package almost everything. Now, when it comes to value addition, you are doing two things. You are creating markets for people that don't have markets, and you are preventing food wastage. You are trying to preserve this food for it to last longer. You are even saving farmers the stress. So I would recommend that you go into processing and packaging. Some people have made it easier for us to process and package, and that is there are some of us that have decided to get the equipment to process and package. All you need to do is okay, use this brand. The way I'm packaging Smoky Bites now. I have someone that already reached out to me. Julie, can you do unbranded for me? That means I'm going to package this in like this one. My sticker will not be there. This one will not be there. And the person will put his own sticker and sell. Yes. So you don't have an excuse not to start agro processing and packaging. And for you people that are in the diaspora, when people come to Nigeria here, these are the things you buy and take back there. So if you start, let's say you have a farm now, and what you do on your farm is fish farming, right? And you start packaging what do they call it? Catfish, and you're taking it there to sell. Catfish, you are taking it there to sell. You are making more money. And that's why I said agro processing and packaging and exporting works together. Some of us just want to sell in Nigeria because we have some people that cannot afford even protein because most of the ones that people are selling is export standard and is expensive. You can just pick your target market. Anyone that works for you works for you. I'm not here to tell you how to run your business. I'm just here to share ideas that you can look into. Let me end this video by giving you one example that I saw live when I went to do farm inspection and farm setup for one farm at Ido side in Ibadan. After the man's farm that we visited, there's another farm. What the man does is piggery, he does sheep and ram, and he does goats. He rears everything on his farm. There they slaughter, they pack, and he exports. He does not sell his own in Nigeria. They package it there, they export. So this is an aspect that you should look into. See, leaf planting of cucumber, carrot, your energy cannot carry it. If you are not doing long-term crops, or if you are not doing these things that I'm talking about now, if you want to really have peace of mind running farming business, just relax there and enjoy your money. To be very, very honest. Okay, I hope you got value. Let me know the one you've been considering in the comment section. Let me know the one you are thinking of starting. Let me know the one you need help with research on. I forgot to tell you, I offer research. If you want me to go and make research for you regarding an aspect, just let me know in the comment section or reach out to me via WhatsApp and I'm going to do that just for you. I hope you got value. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.